What is up, YouTube? I'm Devon DaVinci, leader of the Renaissance crew, and you're watching DaVinci Reacts. Now, I had some people say that they wanted to see another video from Data is Beautiful. They do a bunch of real-time charts. Not necessarily real-time, in a way it is, but a bunch of live, I'll stick with real-time. A bunch of real-time charts for that categorize different types of things. They have some dedicated towards video games. They have some dedicated towards the infrastructures of countries. They have some dedicated towards internet browsers, like just a bunch of stuff that would be very interesting if you go and check them out. So I will have a link for their channel at the end of this video. I do encourage you to watch the video I'm about to react to before I do a reaction to it. So right now, go click on the original link in the description box and go watch the original first. This video is called Most Popular Most Popular Music Styles. The time range goes from 1910 all the way to 2019, so it'll show which genres of music happen to be the most popular at that particular time, and as time goes on, you'll see stuff go up, go down, move, new genres start to get introduced, things like that. So let's go ahead and check this out, see what it has to offer. Before I go ahead and get started, take note of when specific genres start to get popular, because you can almost tell like which one is going to be popular if you know anything about music history. Like, I can go ahead and assume that during the 50s, rock and roll is probably going to jump up because of Elvis Presley. I'm thinking hip hop is going to jump in there somewhere around the late 80s, early 90s, something like that. So just, if you know a lot about music history, just pay attention to that and see if you notice any type of like big jumps. Go ahead and leave it in the comment section down below what you think it is. Now let's go ahead and jump into this and see what it has to offer. So 1911, opera, march music, folk, ragtime, Celtic, music hall, gospel, military, Hindustani. Country just came in and took over. What artist came out during the 1915s that just destroyed the charts with country? I'm thinking musical is going to jump up right around the time, what is that movie called? Wizard of Oz comes out. Country is destroying the charts right now. I don't know what chance it is. Oh, here comes jazz. Country blues. Tango starting to jump up. This is around the time when people start to get really into dancing. Like classical. Jazz is picking up speed, and jazz is the #1 music genre. This is around the time when you had like those clubs with the house bands, all of them playing jazz and stuff while people were gambling and stuff in speakeasies. Alright, hitting the World War II era. Boogie woogie. Latin jazz. Country starting to come back. Country has a resurgence. Oh, here comes R&B and bebop. R&B is about to become the second. We're in the 50s. I'm anticipating rock and roll coming in here somewhere. Well, there goes rockabilly. R&B is the #1 genre in the world. I believe this is categorized in the world. Pop rock. Rock and roll. There it is. Just took over. Alright, pop rock. Would the Beatles be considered pop rock? I'm thinking if they are, I'm thinking the Beatles are gonna take pop rock to the top. Here comes soul. I'm thinking this is Motown. Classic rock. Wait a minute, hold on. How the hell you got classic rock and rock just came out like 8 years ago? Classic, really? It's that fast? And people say kids nowadays have like really short attention spans when it comes to fads. At least we don't have classic rap. Well, I guess technically we kind of do. Old school rap. Do we have classic electro music? Here comes funk. Here comes disco. Disco is starting to take over. I want to see how fast disco drops off the charts in 1980. Techno pop, new wave, punk music, hard rock. Oh, yep, there goes disco. Bye bye disco. Electro music, techno pop, pop rock. Here comes house music. Indie rock just came in. Pop rock just took over. Would Michael Jackson be considered pop rock? Maybe. I mean, I know he has some songs that would be there. So. Alternative rock, down tempo, Euro dance. Here comes hip hop. Now, like I said, I know a couple of things, like as far as like what could cause the charts to change so dramatically, like milestones. But I know there's a lot of them I'm probably gonna miss. So if you know any reason why any particular genre might have jumped up or down, even if you just have a guess, leave it in the comment section. House music is dominating in the 90s. R&B has come back. Tech, house, country. Hip hop and R&B is catching up with house music. Hip hop and rap is the #1 genre. Techno, punk. Techno is starting to catch up. Seems like everything's slowing down now. Probably won't see too much change. Deep house, Latin. Like those two are fighting. Alright, here we go. So this is the final chart as far as when this video is released. So Q3 2019. We got hip hop and rap topping the charts with techno closely, well, not necessarily closely behind. There's a bit of a gap right there. But R&B is closely behind that. You got punk still holding in, alternative rock, house music, country, indie rock, electro, Latin, and techno pop. So if you're wondering what happened to be the most popular genres as of right now, here you go. If you want any tips for how you can get, a little bit of attention on your Spotify or your SoundCloud or whatever you're trying to do, these are the genres you want to try to hit to try to get the most audience or the biggest audience. Now, looking at this chart, I actually owe King Rutherford an apology because me and him had a discussion where I said that I didn't think that hip hop and rap was the number one genre. I thought it was like two or three. I always assumed that like rock was number one because I'm still stuck in like a period where like, remember when rap didn't even have like a place in the Grammys? Like they would give the awards out before the show, and that was only like a couple decades ago. I'm still like stuck in a period in time like that where rap wasn't really recognized as being as prominent as it is now. But this kind of blows me away. Rap has okay, King Rutherford, if you're watching this, you win. Okay, rap and hip hop is without a doubt the number one genre in the world right now. So sometime you gotta eat your crow sandwich or whatever the hell it is, and it's not good, but we all gotta do it. Like I said, if you happen to know any milestones or any reasons why certain genres might have jumped up really dramatically, then leave it in the comment section down below. If you want to take a guess, leave it in the comment section down below, and we'll see how many people agree with you. Some of them are obvious. Like I said, I know why rock and roll exploded in the 50s. I know why disco exploded in the 70s. I know why, well, for the most part, I kind of know why like synth pop and synth rock and stuff like that exploded in the 80s. That was just the sound of the times, just like house music was in the 90s. But if you happen to know any specific things, like artists that came out a specific year, an album that came out that exploded it, anything like that, be sure to let me know. With that being said, I'm Devon DaVinci. Hopefully you've just been a little bit more enlightened. I look forward to seeing you guys in a future video. Until then, I'm going to give you the deuces, and I'm signing out. Deuces.